everyone,
And I'm CCK Rasco.
and today we will bring you the exciting matchup of Team Spare Parts versus Mundolicious. Now, I believe Team Spare Parts does have the AMO on it, so that is the Tribunal team in this matchup, with Mundolicious being coached by a Tribunal member in Ultimate Ace.
Oh.
So who is going to be the better team? The team that has the Tribunal or is being coached by the Tribunal?
I guess this match is going to decide that.
Alright. Let us take a look into the pro draft links, if we could, Mr. Producer. Because mine keeps on loading. We see a pretty standard team fight comp on both sides, actually. A little bit more a press R button comp with Team Spare Parts, whereas Mundolicious has also that, but can also, poke around with their other abilities.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that you're seeing coming out of this Mundolicious draft too is a really beefy front line. Between the Cho'Gath, the Rammus, and even the Leona, Team Spare Parts can have a pretty tough time breaking down those defenses. But on the opposite side of the coin, Team Spare Parts does have the Taric ult. So even though Mundo and Set typically aren't as beefy as like a Cho'Gath, Rammus, Leona front would be, that extended like 2.5 seconds of invulnerability is going to be big.
Yeah, so this is going to be a pretty beefy front line from both sides, actually. We have two and a half tanks on Team Spare Parts, and 2.5, almost 3 for Mundolicious, with the Leona being able to itemize into items like gargoyles and other very tanky items.
Definitely, yeah. It's really fun to see these types of team comps, in my opinion, because they're just gonna fight and fight and fight.
Alright, I've had enough fun looking at this pro draft. I want to get into this game and see who will win. Who do you think, Chad? Mundolicious or Team Spare Parts? Let's see it. Mr. Producer, take us on in.
Righty, early pings coming out on the side of Team Spare Parts.
Yeah, they want to... Or they're pinging where they're going to be going, I believe. They're not looking for the 5-man stack on one bush. They're just kind of going where they may.
Yeah, fairly standard 5 points coming out.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, neither side really wants to engage or be engaged upon. So they're just going to be like, okay, we don't want to fight. We'll just let it all happen.
Yeah, if you're Mundolicious here, you see the Taric.
Oh, but they are collapsing on the Oriana. She is going to have to flash away from this.
Yeah.
And that is a free flash for kind of being a little bit greedy with the Cho'Gath being where he was.
Yeah, super greedy out of Charles here. We'll see if Monte Carlo can capitalize on that very early flash burn from the Oriana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nico's got some great gank setup too, so if you're Charles here, you definitely want to play safe until you can get that flash back up.
Yeah, the fact that that snare effectively triples in duration if it hits anything else first.
Yep. Monte Carlo late invade on the red buff here. He's completely unseen.
Yeah, that's going to be at least one buff, if not maybe even a triple buff, since the Rammus has no idea and they have all of the vision on this.
Yeah, that's a great early ward coming out of scrambles there, I believe, to spot out the Rammus. So really well played by Team Spare Parts in this early game.
Yeah, and Team Tempest, so that's the team that Ultimate Ace is on. We have actually scrimmed against Mundolicious to try out some things that we want to prepare for our matches, as well as give them an idea of what it means to play against higher skilled players, and to see where they can find some weaknesses in play. And from what I've experienced, their early game has improved. But before that, we do have a bit of a fight the top lane. Amo does get a nice pull onto the Cho'Gath, but Cho'Gath is able to walk away.
Yeah, Monty with the very early level 2 gank on the Cho'Gath, putting a lot of pressure on Hyarez here, so... Luckily he's Cho'Gath, so he should have no problem sustaining up there, so any gank that doesn't result in a kill is going to be not the worst thing from his perspective.
Agreed. But with the Cho'Gath did take the corrupting potion and has already gone through all 3 charges, so he's going to be hurting for the rest of the laning phase until he gets back.
Yeah. Oh, minor threat. Face checking into the Rammus. Monte Carlo is here though.
Is trying to alleviate some pressure, but the Rumble is going to have to flash away. The set actually did end up flashing, but Warwick still gets the kill in the end. First blood goes to Team Spare Parts.
Wow, fighting all across the map here. So Rammus does go down, and he looks like he loses the blue buff to Set, I believe. Nope, Warwick got the kill. Minor threat blows flash and ignite for. Oh, another gank top.
Cho'Gath will be able to escape thanks to that nicely placed rupture.
Really well played by Hyarez there. Cho'Gath is feeling pretty safe in this top lane, so looking in at the jungle camps here, so I think Warwick effectively does get the quad buff here technically, because Rammus lost all his buffs now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
that's a horrible start. Like, as a jungler, you're just like, all right,
yeah, it
I'm
feels
gonna
bad.
go next. Feels that's
real
your
bad.
solo queue just telling you, all right, I'm going next. Also, this is a glacial augment, Nico, so she will be going Super Soaker first.
Yeah, minor threat taking huge advantage of this prio in the mid lane to
Does
really...
smite it away from the Rammus.
Yeah, Ryo of the Wildfire here just getting bullied out. The camp count though is still pretty even because Monty's kind of been all over the map here, but ooh, gank in the bot lane.
Does get it onto the Ezreal. The Ezreal is going to E away from them and flashes over the wall. Now we got a little bit of a scrapping in the top lane. Does do a pretty decent trade onto that Cho'Gath. He will be backing now finally, so he'll be able to pick up some items and refill that corrupting.
Yeah, the wave is coming to him, so he can definitely back here fairly safely. It's slow pushing in. Set's not gonna have a great time shoving that lane in. Oh, gank in the mid lane.
Ooh, nice snare. She does have her flash available, does get it off in time. But now the Ezreal is teleported in, with Rammus coming in on the long side of this one. Kind of just saying, hello, I am here, yes. And with that, he's going to be back. Ooh, Amo does not cancel the back there top lane either.
Real close there. And that's really bold moves here by the Ezreal, TPing in and then Arcane shifting forward to chase the Warwick out. Charles burns that flash again on cooldown, basically. So Monty made several visits mid to try to capitalize on that burnt flash, and now it's down again. So effectively, the first 10 minutes here, Charles has not had a flash.
Yeah, like that flash came up almost exactly off as soon as the crowd control finished. So
Yep.
you're just in a feels bad man situation.
Yeah, really good use of the tracking the summoners here by Team Spare Parts. We'll see if they can capitalize on that timing again. Checking in our early buys here, looks like Vampiric Scepter in the top lane. We got a Tiamat already finished on the Warwick, so his clear speed's just gonna go skyrocketing from here. Early lost chapters coming in for both the mid laners. We got a Bombi Cinder in the top lane and a Tear on the Ezreal in the bot lane. Amagu has not had to back yet. He's got 1,700 gold, 1,800 gold rather.
He has a BF plus boots. Now, the question that I have is this going to be an MF that chooses to go for boots, or just goes, I don't need boots because I have a passive?
Right. Yeah, this should be pre-nerfs too to her movement speed.
Yes, it is. Oh, we do get a giant Nico ultimate onto the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath falls, and so does the Rammus. And with that, a quick 2 for 0 for the Warwick.
Yeah, really late rotation here by Charles. Was Cho 6th?
Cho was, but he had his ultimate on cooldown.
Oh, gotcha. So he probably used it as soon as he got it just to get that stack going.
Yeah, and the set actually used his ultimate to keep I believe the Rammus right at the edge of the where that banana bush is, where the ward,
Yeah.
just so that way they couldn't leave.
Yeah, really well. Just good use of aggression here by Team Spirit Parts. Oh, the bot lane.
Diz get the snare onto the Misfortune, but they're not really looking for it. Oh, but Ezreal actually does a lot with the Conqueror. The Conqueror is going to help take him down, but now is going to be taken down to the Taric. And now Nico is going to be joining in this bottom lane. Orianna very slow on the roam, but is trying to make it just in time. She will be able to look for this Taric because he's a little too aggressive. She is going to get the stun onto Taric. Taric does not have a flash, will be shockwaved out, and is going to go down to the Orianna. Rammus does not steal that one away.
Yeah, Cheryl's not looking to miss out on this fight now, so comes down bot, picks up a clean kill. So they trade 2 for 1.
That was on scrambles for going way too hard for that kill. While yes, they did force everything away from the Leona, but the teleport got canceled by the Cho'Gath at the top lane. Now they know that they have the advantage, but Nico's going to flash in and is going to be securing the dragon for Rammus. Now Warwick still cleaning up all of these kills. Misfortune going to be chasing this Ezreal. Doesn't look like she is going to be able to catch up, unless if her passive is going to be able to get up there in time. And Ezreal will be able to escape ever so much.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so really well played there by Mundolicious. But Team Spirit Parts just they had the ultimate, so they're able to clean it up after the fact. Unfortunately, they don't get the Drake, but the end result is a 3K gold lead for them, so I think they'll take that.
We take those.
And Warwick at 5-0 right now. It's pretty big.
Both top laners are brawling up here. The Cho'Gath does have his grass, so he's able to proc that more. Is looking to go in onto the set.
Oh, he's got
Set
the
does
ultimate.
have to flash away with the ultimate and is able to escape from Cho'Gath. Now that's going to be a little bit more interesting top lane. Cho'Gath is getting beefy.
Yeah, he's starting to fight back. Until Seth can pick up the Bork, I think he's going to have a hard time into this Cho'Gath right now. Team Spirit Parts drops the Herald mid. Oh,
Warwick does ultimate the Leona. Does get the stun on him thanks to the Taric. The Leona is trying to survive with the E, with the W and Q, and does actually help the Ezreal take him down. And that'll be a huge shutdown gold. How much is that shutdown gold for?
500, I think it was. 500 was the bounty, so yeah. Yeah, Monte Carlo getting a little aggressive there. He actually had about 3k gold in his inventory. So as you see, he picks up the Cinderhulk here, so if he would have taken the back timing there, I think he could continue to play aggressive like that, but with that much money in your inventory, you don't want to be fighting.
Yeah, especially that going to an Ezreal who needs to scale for his team at this point. Like, you take those.
Yeah, Ezreal's got more than enough to finish the mana immune here. Probably pick up boots.
Replay bug. While we cannot see Ezreal's Q, they can in-game. Riot knows that this is a replay bug, they just choose not to fix it.
Is it the Pulsefire skin or Ezreal that...
I think it's the Pulsefire skin.
Okay.
But they've already made the bulk of their money off of it, so there's no need for them to fix it.
Yeah, I feel like that's is that the only legendary skin that they actually reworked? Didn't they rework Pulsefire Ezreal?
I don't. No, they reworked a little bit, just like minor touch-ups for the Sona skin,
Oh, okay.
Because that was the second one that they did.
Gotcha. Okay. Checking in on items here. Got the Bilgewater Cutlass finished for set. Cho'Gath, after getting the Bambies, looks like he's going for some AP. I'm not sure what that blasting one's gonna turn into. Scramble's getting aggressive again. Oh, he's
Oh,
paying for it.
Ulala is looking. Ulapolina. I'm not going to pronounce that ever correctly.
Yeah,
Ezreal
I'm
does
just
have
gonna
to
say Ezreal.
escape because the Misfortune is taking him down pretty low. The Leona is going to have to escape with the teleport coming in for the
Show
Cho'Gath.
TPs.
Cho'Gath is going to flash in, is looking to get this Taric. He's not going to be able to do enough damage, however, with the Leona or with the Orianna also having come bot lane with her own teleport. Kind of a wasted effort on the Orianna part.
Yeah, I'd say even the Cho'Gath one, they both TP'd in really late there. I think ultimately they're gonna pay for that. Looks like they're gonna trade mid turret from Team Spare Parts. You know, bringing their gold lead to 4K here. It's Team Spare Parts has a sizable lead in this early game. Back to
Yeah,
checking our items. Nico does finish the Hextech GLP. Looks like a Luden's coming in for the Orianna here shortly. Ezreal finishes Manamune and grabs a Sheen. Essence Reaver on the Misfortune, and Tear of the Goddess and Catalyst of the Aeons on the Taric. Interesting.
that's what?
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
I know.
Taric?
Okay, so he's going to go for Manamune. He's going to go for um Abyssal Mask, and he's going to go for an Iceborne Gauntlet. I've seen this
Oh,
before. It's a really long scaling item build,
sure.
but it does make it so that way Taric, even as a support, can actually solo anyone.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely like the thought process here because that's a relatively cheap build path. You know, as a support, you're not going to be getting a ton of money, at least not consistently. But he's going to have a really slow power spike with this build, so it's going to be interesting to see what Scrambles can do with it.
Do you
Team
see?
Fair Part setting up for the Drake.
Yeah, with both bottom laners, top lane, this will just be the 3v3, so it'll be questionable because Cho'Gath is a champion that can smite Barons down at current better than Smite currently can. The Hiku into the back line with the Cho'Gath. The Orianna holding onto the ball, will look for the shockwave, doesn't get it on the Nico. But now the Cho'Gath will be launched at by the Warwick, and flash to get the fear onto both of them. Down goes Ori, down goes Rammus, and that is a 3-for-0 play. Well done from them.
Yeah, Team Spare Parts play that really well, but if you're Mundolicious, maybe some miscommunication there because Hyara's really wanted to go for the Drake, but everybody else was sitting back. Not sure.
God, that looks so awkward. Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
seeing all the skills, just like, where's it going to go?
Yikes. This looks like a late Roa coming in for Hyara's here on the Cho'Gath.
I do not agree with that.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with the Abyssal Mask since it would reduce the damage that, or it would increase the damage rather that both Rammus and Orianna will be doing to them, including the Leona. Like
Even
you're going to
Cho.
be on top of everybody.
Yeah, he's
Nobody
looking
cares
at.
about Cho'Gath.
Yeah, he's got about he's about 400 gold off. Team Spare Parts pick up the Herald in the meantime. Mundolicious is having a hard time contesting these objectives. I think they should start looking to trade maybe across the map, or look to get a 5-man team fight because that's something that they have not had yet, and they have some really strong AOE. Now, granted, Team Spare Parts also will match their AOE between MF and Nico, but I think if that's your win condition, you got to find a way to get to it. But yeah, Cho'Gath 200 gold away now from the Roa, so he's looking at about an 18-minute start to that, and it takes 10 minutes, I believe, to finish it off. So yeah, he's looking at like a 25-minute power spike with that Roa. Now, granted, Roa is super efficient when you buy it, so you're not wasting any gold there, but The main power of the Roa is obviously when it's fully stacked. So he finishes the Roa now, 17-20. So yeah, in about 27 minutes he'll have a full stack Roa.
Eek.
Yeah.
Do get a nice amount of damage off for the
Wow.
Nico. Does blow up the Ezreal. No amount of resistance is going to stop that for right now. Now the Leona is going to be dropped and doesn't land the R correctly. Does do it in the opposite direction.
Oof.
And
Yeah,
now
maybe-
that's going to be another tower going down with the help of the Rift Herald.
Yeah, looks like a bit of a panic ult situation there, but really well played by Monte Carlo and Minor Threat. You can tell they've run this combo quite a bit. Warwick doing perfectly fearing the Leona into the Nico route.
They are looking for a bit of damage. There is a TP coming in. Tarek using his ultimate to just keep everybody alive, and they are going to be walking out of here. No problem.
Oh. Rammus has other ideas.
Ramus is like, I want to go, and we gonna go. That's all it is. And into the back line. Leona does get thrown into the back line, and I don't think that the set actually wanted that now that she's there. Cho'Gath will get the knock-up onto the set, is trying to get them, and Rio does get taken down. Ezreal is still trying to get one of them,
Wow.
but Cho'Gath will take out the set.
So really well played there by Rio, I'll say. Recognizing that Team Seraph Hearts have blown a lot of their ultimates chasing the Leona down, and then Terex was the one that set him off, I think, because with that ult down, they just know that they can just roll right through this front line. Over chase is probably a little bit there. I don't think there's much more he could have done when he had 100 HP left, but I like the thought process from Mundolicious, not taking this one lying down.
I'm going in, and you can't stop me. And then they're like, oh, wait, you just brought me into the fight. Okay, yeah, thank you. You definitely cannot stop me now.
We got the Glacial build complete for Nico with the Spooky Ghost and Hextech GLP completed. Iceborne Gauntlet and Manamune coming in for the Ezreal here. I think Triforce is the best bang for your buck, but obviously, Glacial is great for kiting. So with the set and the Warwick being slowed, I think this Ezreal is going to be extra safe this game.
Yeah, it's still a matter of does Nico get off her full combo because he has 0 magic resistance. He's looking at his base of 34,
Oof.
and that's nothing for him. They are going to have the teleport in from both the Ezreal and the Orianna, so they are going to all be here. Cho'Gath is way far away from the fight.
Yeah, it drags
They
down to
are
2,000.
looking, but Set does keep the Rammus away, and they will secure that Drake. But now the Set is going to be looking to go down very quickly. Ezreal tries to get them down, but he will not be able to finish it off. Done from the... And we do get a huge shockwave into the backline. The backline is going to be dropped. Tarek does get his ultimate off onto the Warwick, but they are going to go down, and Set, the only one to remain, is the one who started that fight. 4-1, favoring Mundolicious.
Wow, so despite a 4k gold deficit, and that's after the fight, Mundolicious pull off an really well played team fight. I mean, huge shockwave is an understatement, I feel like, for Charles there. And then Cho'Gath is just rampaging through this team. Wow, really well played by Mundolicious. I feel like Team Seraph Hearts maybe just overreaches there a little bit. They got the Drake, and losing Set for the Drake I think would have been a fair trade. But they decided to press their luck, and they really pay for it. Great job by Mundolicious to punish there.
Yeah, and with that, that's more gold in their pocket. And Mundolicious, they're going to take every one of those team fight wins they can. Like, yes, you go down a Drake. It's only the second Drake for spare parts, so
Yeah.
you're wholly accepting of that.
Yeah, they're not really really much closer to the soul than you are, so I mean that's definitely a good trade on their part. They don't really have much to lose. Obviously, after the Drake's gone, there's not much to fight over, but if Team Seraph Hearts gives you another half-hearted engage like that, you definitely take those. So Tarek did end up selling that tier, it looks like, in favor of completing his Abyssal Mask.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
No.
That's unfortunate.
That is so much wasted gold.
Yeah.
Oh no. So I was wholly on board with that because that makes it so that way you live long enough to always get your ult off. Oh, but Rammus does get the snare onto the taunt rather, onto the misfortune. Tries to throw everything down onto her and get her, but she will be able to block. And now they are going to return fire and is going to get them to back away from the fight.
That was a fantastic stun by Scrambles there. He knows how to play this Taric. That he literally just, they threw everything at the MF, and Team Spare Parts used every defensive tool they had to get Amagu out of that situation. Really well played by them to not get picked off there. So Set looks like he's going for a Black Cleaver next after the Bork, which is pretty good. I think especially into a Rammus, you know that they're going to be stacking armor pretty good, so that's going to help.
A Cho'Gath, a Leona.
Yeah.
It's going to shred him.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good valuable buy for him. Sunfire Cape completed for Cho'Gath with 6 stacks on his Roa, so it's well exceeded its gold for stats at this point. So that buy is paying off now. Kindle Gem on the Cho'Gath, probably going for Spirit Visage, I would assume. Oh, Team Search Fart start up the Baron.
They don't have any vision in the pit, but they do have Rammus right nearby, and he is going to be getting his Aftershock off, but they are going to be dropping him faster than he can even join the fight. And now the teleport gets canceled from the Cho'Gath. So now Set has the advantage for the teleport there, and now Cho'Gath has to make sure that he can't reach him either. But now it's a 2v4. Orianna will be able to escape.
Oh, wow.
But the stun will drop him. Now the Orianna's trying to run away from this Warwick, but isn't going to get away from that fear. And down goes Orianna, 3 for 0.
Yeah, you can't run away from a Warwick. So in that situation, man, Charles was looking for a flank, which on Orianna you really want to be following up your frontline engage there. So great work by the AMO to cancel Hyars' teleport, because if the Cho'Gath gets in that fight, I think it's a different fight.
And now they are looking to fight again just to keep them away from this Baron. Warwick is the only one on it, so they will be able to force him off of it. And now they're going to try to just walk out of this. Cho'Gath will flash away to make sure that he doesn't get rooted.
Drag spawning here, 4 seconds. Whew. Wow.
This is a fight. This is a barn burner of a game.
Yeah,
we scrapping.
Yeah, this is a real scrappy one. So gold lead's still in favor of Team Spare Parts. It's been about 4,000 on average overall, but right now it's at almost 6,000. Team Spare Parts gonna get a free Drake, but Mundolicious looking to trade for the Baron. I think you take this trade if you're Mundolicious.
Oh yeah,
assuming
definitely.
They can burn it.
They're trying to, but they are getting collapsed upon.
Yeah, 5,000 HP.
They're not going to be able to burn it fast enough. It's only down to 4,000, 3,000.
Yeah. Hyars really has his zone here.
Does get his super soaker off.
Warwick's over the
Warwick
wall.
is going to jump over the wall, and Warwick does steal the Baron.
Oh.
And that may be all she wrote for Mundolicious. Team Spare Parts cleaning up house. Are going to try to pick up what kills they can. Hyars will go down to the Taric. Tearless, but will be taken down nonetheless. And now Ezreal will be trying to take out the Set, but will not be able to land enough Mystic shots. Is trying to escape, and will be able to do just that.
Scramble's solo pushing mid here. I guess there's really nobody but Ezreal to defend it. Wow, really unfortunate set of circumstances there for Mundolicious. Hyars really needed to find the Warwick in zone, or Mundolicious needed to turn there. I think. Oh, AMO
does go into 3, but I think this may be a little too much for him to try to take. It's going to be dropping down to both the Ezreal and the Rammus.
Yeah, bit off a little more than he could chew there. Unfortunate for the AMO. Just not paying attention to death timers there, I think, is really what that boiled down to. Oh, Minor Threat's caught now too.
And Minor Threat is going to be taken down to the Krugs with the help of Ezreal's Qs. Even the map is on Mundolicious' side now.
Krugs now have a kill bounty on him, so Ezreal's gonna look to pick those up as well. Void Staff coming in for the Nico. She's gonna be shredding. This Ezreal does not want to be anywhere near this Nico. IE finished for Misfortune and a Redemption finished on for the Taric. Leona's got the Gargoyle Stone Plate, and it looks like she's going for a Redemption of her own, maybe? Forbidden Idol and the Crystalline Bracer. Not sure what she's going to be building there. Looks like Ezreal's going for a Bork next, and Morellonomicon finished for the Orianna.
So that is a redemption for
Okay.
those component items from the Leona.
Okay. Thornmail close to being done for the Rammus, but he's only got 6,000 gold to the Warwick's 12,000, so Thornmail does get completed. This Rammus is really behind. Only 89 CS. Yikes. Warmog's up next for the Cho'Gath. Yeah, this Rammus is effectively a support. He's got the same amount of gold as Leona. Uh-oh, engage here in the jungle.
Does get engaged upon. Rammus is going to go down on this one. Teleport coming from the Orianna. Questionable teleport. Should have kept pushing. The fight was one and done. Leona does try to snare onto the set, but doesn't hit it.
Yeah, Cheryl's showing up to a lot of these team fights just too late. I think Mundolicious, one takeaway from this game, regardless of the outcome, is I think you got to start working on these rotations. Wow, big
Nice shockwave. Misfortune goes down. Leona is going to get dropped by the set's ultimate, but now is going to return fire onto him. Does take out the Orianna as well, and that'll be a 2 for 2 in this fight.
Yeah, this time it's Hyar showing up a little late to the fight.
Ezreal does get snared by the Nico and will be going down to this Warwick. Questioning why that lasts for so long for Nico, but down goes Cho'Gath, does get snared, and Warwick will get the second kill of that.
Yikes. Yeah, Hyar's and as the Ezreal there just trying to make something out of nothing. The end result is a 10k gold lead now for Team Spare Parts.
Yeah, now with Dragon coming up in under a minute, now you're like, okay, well, now we don't have the option to contest Drake for Baron. We have to go for the Drake, because we're having trouble killing them now. Imagine having an extra 4, 5, 600 shield.
Yeah, the Mountain Soul is really valuable too. That shield is going to be useful on anybody.
Yeah, because it's scaled with bonus health, with bonus AD, and AP.
Yep.
So all of them are going to be benefiting highly from this.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Cho'Gath, you're really crossing your fingers and hoping that your team can get this Mountain Soul for you, but you're down 2 Drakes at this point.
Yeah,
Good
you're
poke
just
coming
kind
out
of
of Ezreal, though.
Oh, but the Cho'Gath does teleport in. He will be here for the fight. But we do have a huge wave crashing in the top side. It's going to go in, but Set goes in. Does get back onto Ezreal and the Orianna. The Orianna is going to be dropping low. Does escape ever so closely. Warwick does go in onto the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath is going to silence all who tries to fight him, but will be going down to the Taric. Now the Warwick is trying to take out this Leona before he takes out all, and the Shockwaves comes up again! And now is going to be looking to take out both of them, but Warwick will be able to walk away. Now the Ezreal will get snared up, and now the Retaliatory Redemption that actually gets off a good heal.
Yeah, pretty scrappy team fight there. Ends up...
Oh, the snare onto the Ezreal. Ezreal is going to go down!
Yeah,
Does get caught up again.
A little bit of overstepping at that point, I think, maybe out of the Ezreal, you know, thinking he's safer than he is at the Arcane Shift, but yikes, 11k gold lead now for Team Spare Parts, and now they're getting the Mountain Soul.
And also another thing of note, that wave that I said top lane, yeah, it took out the inhibitor for free.
Wow.
So they got
Wingman's-
the soul, they got the top lane inhibitor, and now they're looking for the Baron.
Yeah, Team Spare Parts going for the systematic win here, grabbing the Baron to ensure. But Mundolicious is looking for a fight. They got everybody but Charles here. They need to slow this down until Charles can get there. Sat's TPing in now. Oh, big ult.
Set does pull in everybody to get him away from the team fight. Nico does flash in and gets it onto 3. Doesn't pick up anybody, but does force them away. Warwick still on the Baron at 4.5k. Whoa, ult over to pick up that Cho'Gath. Nico will get the snare onto the Ori. The Ori does shockwave, but it's too little too late. They do take out the Warwick, however, and now Rammus tries to do something, but it's slowed way too much for him to be able to catch up to the team.
Wow. Yeah, Monte Carlo turning there at the last second. I think that fight was one and done kind of thing. So you probably could have finished off the Baron. You were doing a pretty good job soloing it, but I mean, the end result, you've maintained your 9k gold lead for the most part here. So
Well, remember, that was 11k a second ago.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. So if you're Mundolicious, you take that trade. You stop the Baron. You unfortunately lose another inhib turret, but and looks like an inner bot as well. But it's this is how you claw back into the game.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Warmogs is complete for Hyar's on the Cho'Gath. Looks like he's going for a Gargoyle Stoneplate next, so he's gonna have like 12k HP or something ridiculous like that when he pops that active. Charles on the Orianna here going for the Death Cap next, looks like, and Nico as well with a needlessly large Wit's End, and looks like a Bork coming in for the Warwick here. He's really fed.
Set's charging into this Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is the prime target to ult as Set. Like there was the when Set was still in beta. Ooh, nice stun onto the Ori. The Ori is going to get dropped, but so is the Set. Set's going to be attacked by everybody. Orianna's still trying to fight 2v1, is going to be taken down by the MF, but first we'll take her down. And actually survives it, and now the Cho'Gath is also going to help make sure that the Warwick goes down. Ezreal's still firing in the back line. Looks like they are going to pick up 3 on that fight.
Yeah, losing their base there, unfortunately. So Team Spare Parts just doing what they can to distract Mundolicious, but this front line really come
Leona's
online.
still looking for this Nico. Did ignite her, so she will go down.
Wow. Picks it up off the back of that.
This game now.
Yeah, it's the scrappy team fight game that we thought it would be. Really well executed there. Just using their death ball tank stacking frontline Mundolicious attritions. Team Spare Parts out of the.
We will fight you to the death, even if it kills us.
Yep, just standing there slapping each other. Death Dance completed for Set here, and the gold lead has shrunk now. It's only 8k. So
yeah, it's come back a little bit. They see their opportunities.
Yep.
They see that they can do this. It's just going to be really hard to do it.
Yeah, I think Team Spare Parts, they're going to need to close this one out pretty quick here, because through oversteps or over-aggression, they are kind of their own worst enemy at this point. So Cho'Gath splitting bot. He does have the teleport.
And now the top lane inhibitor is respawning soon, as you heard that from the announcer. Down 10,000 health now, 7, 6. They are going to have to start getting into this pit sooner or later. They are looking for the fight. Warwick is going to have to peel off of this and will have that debuff for a couple of seconds. And now they are going to redemption, heal up from that fight. Leona still has hers, but they are a lot healthier. They know that they can halt and wait for this to happen, as well having an Ocean Drake as your one and only Drake. I guess you'll accept it.
Yeah.
Set does get onto the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is going to be taking a lot of damage from this fight. Is going down below quarter, is going to get cocooned. But now Leona is going to go down in the back line as well with no help from the front line. And with that, it's going to be a quick 2-0.
Wow, these are some really messy team fights. The Elder Drake coming up here shortly is going to give the team fight advantage to whoever can claim it. Team Spare Parts has the prio for it. Oh, big spooky ghost. Oh wow.
Does get rooted up by him and will go down. That may just be game. They are going to go and take the top lane inhibitor. Maybe they'll wait for the wave to get here and they'll take it down. They also have the Elder Drake up for option as well. They're going to do this cleanly. They want to make sure that they win this game, and they're not taking any chances with how these fights have been going.
Yeah, their team fights have really been almost coin flips. You know, I mean, if the Cho'Gath happens to get, you know, burned down before the rest of Mundolicious can return any
Ezreal
damage.
does ult and does stop the backs from two of the members. Somehow
Yeah.
didn't put the Taric there on that one. That was interesting.
Yeah, Mundolicious is good. Maybe he had a shield up or something, maybe. Because if your shield takes damage,
Yeah,
it doesn't stop your recall. So the Mountain Soul, maybe.
Maybe? Question mark? But
Um,
with that being said, we are looking for one more team fight, probably out of Mundolicious, before they go and get underneath of here. Leona will be taking down this pink ward. Ezreal is TPing for the
and
fight.
Ori.
Ori is there. Nico is behind them in the tri-bush. They don't see her just yet. Maybe that ward did see her.
Oh.
They're ignoring her, and they're just going straight onto the Elder. They have no idea Nico's in this tri-bush.
Yeah.
They know that everybody else is on this bottom side. Kuku's into the back line. Nico does find the flank onto the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath is going to be taken down with the Leona. Rammus is trying to tank as much as he can. All the gargoyles are being popped now. Whopped on the misfortune, but it's too little too late. Everybody is dying really quickly. Ezreal is still pretty full, so he may be the only hope left
Mundo's
for
base.
Mundolicious. Mundolicious base is taking considerable damage. Ezreal is about to be taken down as well. And now, here comes the supers from 2 waves, 3, 4, 5 supers now. Leona's trying to hold it off, and Ezreal is the only one alive to even possibly stop it. Taric does get the flash off and does flash over. Is trying to get the bonks.
Yeah, Conqueror and that
And Ezreal will not be able to make
no.
it back to save the base. Down it goes to the supers.
Winions.
And game 1 goes to Team Spare Parts.
Wow. Yeah, that last team fight was going fairly well for Mundolicious, but they just were not able to get Ezreal. Like, I think it was Monte Carlo doing a great job just zoning the Ezreal the whole fight, so the DPS just was not coming through. And a big flank from Minor Threat really shut down the hopes and dreams of Mundolicious there, and they stall long enough for the Winions to just close it out.
Alright, we are going to take a short commercial break. We will be right back for game 2 of this series. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Casual Esports Amateur League. I'm Ansem571,
I'm CCK Roscoe.
and we are now going into Game 2 of Mundolicious versus Team Spare Parts. Now, while Team Spare Parts did have control for a majority of the game, Mundolicious was fighting back with every ounce of will and power they had.
Yeah, Mundolicious end up making Team Spare Parts really work for that win there, especially towards the end. You know, they were down up to 11k in that last game, but still, um, through pure force of will,
Yeah.
clawed back a lot of those team fights. But unfortunately, the Winions did close it out.
Looking at the pro drafts from this, we do see not so much the exact same comps because a lot of these champions are now different, but we do see the same sort of style where we see a lot of team fight brawling happening for both sides of their comps.
Yeah, big front lines coming in for both teams here. I think Mundolicious does have a bit of a disadvantage, I'll say, maybe in the beef front rather. While Cyan and Zach are beefy, Team Spare Parts does pick up the Trundle, so he's gonna be looking to counter those resistances by either Zach or Cyan. He'll take either.
Yeah, so I do like the Syndra this time around for Moondalicious because the Ori was good, but it never felt like she was doing enough damage.
Yeah, on the Ori they were able to get quite a few really good shockwaves, but it was almost too little, too late kind of thing. So they'll be looking to get this Syndra into the fights as safely as possible, so she can blow up these carries, or maybe if this Jarvan goes a little squishier, maybe look to blow up the Jarvan. But really strong engages from both comps here. So yeah, this is gonna be another banger of a match, I feel like.
Yeah. All right, I've had enough speculation. I want to get on into this match. Who do you think is going to win Game 2, Moondalicious or Team Spare Parts? Let's get on in this. All right, we do see both sides, it looks like. We got pings coming out. They want to fight.
Ooh.
We see them going towards the bottom lane for all of Team Spare Parts. Moondalicious doing a 5-man spread. Misfortune, she's going to get caught out on this one.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be able to slip in here sight unseen.
Oh, she's actually outside of the bush, so she's going to see them a little bit early, but doesn't pay attention.
no.
And she's going down. No
Caught her
summoners
sleeping.
used.
Yeah, at least you don't burn any summoners there, but you hate to see that first one coming in on an already strong early game champion in the Lucian. So yeah, Mundolicious is going to be on the back foot in this bot lane. Interested to see what Umagu and Scrambles can do with this early lead. Again, the really strong early aggression coming out of Team Spare Parts, really taking advantage of their strong early composition and plays. Really know what they're doing in this early game. Corrupting Pot in the mid lane, and Lucian now has a Doran's Blade and a Longsword, so Zach ends up going for the blue buff start, as he saw Team Spare Parts, I believe, put the ward down on his red buff. So both Monte Carlo and Ryu here are going to be taking this similar paths, I'll say. Zach might be able to get some more AoE camps done, whereas Jarvan will maybe skip the Krugs. Oh, he's looking for a level 2 gank, actually. Pathing straight up top. See if Hyars can avoid this gank.
Going to have to flash. Doesn't actually flash. Is looking to just walk away from this. Does flash in the end, just to make sure. And is going to escape with his livelihood.
Yeah, late flash out of Hyars there. With the longsword refillable start, he's going to have a much harder time sustaining in this lane, I think, than if he had gone with like a Doran's Blade or Shield. May want to look to back here pretty early, but of course, as I say that, he's back to full health. It's like chugging those 2 refillable pots was enough. I stand corrected.
Let me see. Let me see. Does he have Okay, so he doesn't have second wind or things like that.
The bone
Uh,
plating.
Yeah, he has bone plating, overgrowth, and grasp. So nothing that would just be like, yeah, no, you should get all of your health back real quick like that.
Yeah, the grasp is gonna help sustain the. Oh, Monty on the invade here. Oh, and minor threat shows up as well.
They do pick up the red buff onto him. They don't get kill onto him there, but they do pick up the Zac, and now Syndra is going to have to flash over, but fails the flash, and is now feeling super awkward tilted.
Yeah, that you hate to see the fail flash there, but Charles again really late on the rotation. It's one of those things where if you're gonna rotate, you got to do it ASAP, and you got to know when to back out as well.
IR is just feeling the pain in this matchup. He's getting pretty bullied by the Trundle.
Yeah, Trundle's really, really strong early, so smart on him to, not underestimate the Trundle and, play to the back foot, but yeah, he's going to be punished here early on. Sion does have a pretty easy time farming under turret though, so as long as he can stay healthy enough that he doesn't get dove, he should be fine.
Now, I think that this Trundle should be going either Bork or Black Cleaver first.
Yeah, I think early Bork would be really, really strong on him. It'll really help him stick to this Scion, so if he can get a slow push coming in his favor, he can maybe look to run the Scion down before he gets 6, or when his ultimate's down later.
Yeah, because the Trundle can actually cancel the Scion ultimate pretty easily.
Oh yeah, pillar.
With that pillar. So we'll be looking to see these outplays from the Amo later. But for now, Hyari's is just bleeding dry right now. He doesn't have mana to farm. So now he's just kind of like, I don't want to, please stop, please.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, Monte Carlo looking for his
Jarvan
third
is looking to go in, doesn't actually commit to it, but Hyari's will be looking to actually do a little bit of damage to this Trundle before he leaves from after getting that Demolish proc off.
Yeah, really good vision control here in the drag side river for Mundolicious. That bot river is lit up like a Christmas tree. So they see Monte Carlo's movements here. They're able to avoid the gank, have no problem getting out of that, and prevent him from doing an early drag. Vision's starting to be contested though by Team Spare Parts. Monty looking for the repeat gank bot maybe?
They have all the vision control in the bottom side. Like they're the only ward that is in the entire river, but they do go in for the fight. The Lucian does not get the stun proc from the Braum. But Misfortune is going to lose out in this fight to the Lucian. Lucian goes for it and does get the double tap. Janna is going to try to retaliate, but doesn't get the knockup, so he will be able to escape from that one.
Yeah, it's good, really good reaction from Zixu there, trying to trade something back, but Braum Lucian, tried and true early game comp, gotta be able to try to disengage that. All summoners except for Braum's flash burned, traded for all summoners but Janna's flash on the side of Mundolicious.
I see a lot of these auto cancels from the Trundle, and he wishes he had that attack speed. But Zac will be going in. The ward does get him seen from the river, so he will be able to escape from that gank.
Yeah, Zac able to keep up with Monte Carlo despite the early disadvantages he had. But that's off the back of a lot of these this early pressure that Monte Carlo's been putting down. He's 201 right now, 150 gold bounty, and he's able to match the camp count of the Zac. So big disadvantage for Zac. Zac does have a hard time in the early game, especially against a early game jungler like Jarvan. Oh boy.
Oh, Jarvan's going down to the Cinder Throw.
Yeah.
There's the outplay button.
Yeah, Monty seems like he does tend to over-aggress a little bit.
Oh, and now the Trundle will ult the Scion. Scion is looking to go down soon to power, but Minor Threat will be picking up the kill on the Zac, actually. And with that, that'll be a 1 for none.
Yeah, Dark Harvest Talia coming in with the low HP burst for the Zac there. Just absolutely blows him up, and it looks like Minor Threat's gonna get a Constellation blue buff out of that. Just icing on the cake. Yeah, great disengage out of Zixi there, saving, keeping MF alive. You probably got a back here though, if you're MF. Because Lucian Braum just hit 6. He's gonna look for a
Yeah,
culling
and
here,
you,
maybe.
like, I think almost the Braum ultimate alone would kill her. It does 150 damage. She has 170 HP, so yeah, it would just
it would
about
be
kill
close.
her. Yeah, he would be able to do the dubstep ignite and it would kill her instantly. For those of you who don't know what the dubstep ignite is, you are too young.
Monte Carlo contesting the red buff here, and Minor Threat supporting the jungler. Great pillar by AMO there to stop the decimating smash from Scion.
And then Scion just clears out the wave. Oh, but he misses the cannon. No.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but yeah, that decimating smash is, oh my gosh, the grasp healing.
Let me see. It does 15 bonus health for large minions compared to the average 4. Ooh, nice amount of damage onto Amo.
Yeah, that
Doesn't
fully
have
charged.
the ultimate yet, so Scion is going to be looking for this now. He thinks, okay, it should be up in a second or two, so I gotta like get the slow. But we do see the bottom lane from Team Spare Parts coming up top lane. He has no idea. He doesn't have any wards in the bush. He's just going to get bamboozled, and down goes Scion. He is going to be using the decimating smash. Does get knocked up. Lucian here to make sure there is no escape, and the Amo will be picking that up for the Trundle.
Yeah,
He's trying to clear what minions he can before he times out.
Bullet time bot lane looks like they're trying to get some plates out of this trade. Really good heads up play on them. Yeah. But yeah, the end result is almost 3k gold lead for Team Spare Parts and a Rift Herald. So early drag, early Herald. You know, on the side of Team Spare Parts, they do draft the early game comp, so you kind of expect it to go this way, but Mundolicious is bleeding out a little more than they probably need to.
Yeah, and they're just putting the Rift Herald top lane. That will be first brick down.
Wow. Yeah, so that's almost a 4k gold lead now for Team Spare Parts. You know, if Mundolicious can just hold on and look for these, look for the team fights, you know, that their comp is really built around, I think they're going to be in an okay position, but they really got to stop this bleeding. Checking in on items, it looks like an early Essence Reaver is going to be the buy for MF. She's not quite there yet.
Yeah, and she went for the cheaper components first rather than the BF sword, so it's going to be actually even longer in my opinion. Like it's going to feel like another 20 minutes when it's only going to be really like 5 or 6, maybe 7 minutes at the worst.
Yeah, it's more of like an exponential power spike kind of thing versus like a... But in looking at other items, Lucian should have enough to finish the Bork on his... Oh no, he's got about 300 gold short of the Bork. Luden's Echo's coming in for both the mid laners, it looks like. Warrior build on Monte Carlo, so he is going for the more aggressive, less tanky, help burst the back line.
Oh, but we do see Talia jumping in onto the bottom lane. They do have double flash available, and they will be using both of them. So one ultimate for 2 flashes, that's worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Really well played by Minor Threat there. Perfect ult positioning, honestly.
Oh, they do know that the Jarvan is there, and they're trying to drop everything onto him, and they do.
Yeah, this is the downside. Go ahead.
You were about to say the same thing, just downside of staying Warrior versus Cinderhulk. Do get a nice stun
Wow.
from Syndra. Syndra is trying to carry this team as hard as she can.
Yeah, Syndra's got the burst to make Monte Carlo pay for his aggression there. You know, again, just really scrappy play out of Mundolicious here, just trying to claw, you know, keep themselves in this game.
Oh, we do
big
get a flash for them, so we do get. Oh, and the Janna does save the Misfortune ever so closely.
Yeah, clutch Monsoon there out of Zixu to keep the MF alive there. Team Spare Parts biting off a little more than they could chew. The gold lead has been closed a little bit here. It's closer to 3K now for Mundolicious. So yeah, if they can keep this gold lead relatively close, and I say 3K gold lead, that sounds almost insurmountable, right? But if you compare that to right, if you compare that to last game where they had we're still able to stay in the game with an 11K gold deficit. I don't think.
Oh, the Zac is going to be going down here. They do have smite. They are probably going to smite him. They don't even smite him. For those of you who don't know, yes, you can actually smite the little bloblets for Zac's passive as he's trying to revive. And it'll instantly kill one of them.
So Bork completed on the Lucian here. Essence Reaver for the Misfortune. Double Cloth Armors and Swifty Boots on Scrambles. And Forbidden Idol and Aether Wisp on the Janna. You're gonna have to help me out with support items here. Not sure what she's building here.
So that is, I believe, an Ardent Sensor for the Janna.
Okay, that makes sense.
Pretty standard. For the Brong, I believe that those are the components for a Zeke's. For Double Cloth, you build those for the Glacial, but until then, Jarvan does go in and does try to blow up MF. MF just barely surviving, but now the Taliyah will flash over the wall and will be taking her down. Syndra does take down the Lucian, but now she's stuck in between a rock and a hard place, but she does get a nice stun onto them. It is going to help make sure that they do take down the Jarvan. Now the Taliyah is looking a little low. It is going to be taking her down! And Syndra, the 1v9 carry, is online in this game.
Yeah, Syndra absolutely popping off with the burst here. These really squishy members on the side of Team Spare Parts, she's having no trouble just absolutely shredding them. J4 does pick up a Hex Drinker in response. It's going to help him survive that Syndra burst a little better.
Trundle did have to flash away from that. He was going to get locked up and probably killed. He doesn't have any tank stats for MF yet.
Yeah.
So now they are slowing him down. They are chasing him down. Oh, but the Zac tried to be cheeky with his jump.
Shot, yeah.
Trundle still doesn't have a way out of this, and he's trying to get him. And he does get taken down from the Zac. The Zac is going to get popped back and doesn't have his passive from what I remember.
Oh, but he's picking up the Bloblets.
And he has picked up the Boblet and the Monsoon. The Monsoon saves him, and they do take down the Taliyah as well, who's just trying to help.
Wow. Yeah, so I was just going to say, this is a bit of an overchase by Mundolicious there, but they're able to actually clutch it out between the Janna Monsoon and the Bloblets. Ryu, walking on the knife's edge, does end up surviving the fight though. Well played by Mundolicious. So the gold lead has been collapsed to 1K now in favor of Team Spare Parts, but Mundolicious definitely still in this game. Is Sion? Yeah, Sion's soloing out the Herald. Looks like Ryu's gonna go help him finish up the Herald, but the rest of the team's looking for Dragon, so split decision making here.
Misfortune does use the bullet time, but will be blocked from the Brahms.
Oh, they're getting pinched.
Oh, but now they're going to take down the Misfortune. Misfortune goes down. Syndra is going to be going down too.
Wow. Monty smites to survive that burst there, but yeah, this is the unfortunate end result of a split decision. It ends up costing your team about 2k gold. Oh no, Zach accidentally summons the Herald. It's probably not going to get a charge off. Oof. So yeah, Mundolicious makes the decision to trade for the Herald, and the end result is the Herald doesn't get to do anything. Very unfortunate misplay there by Mundolicious.
Yeah, like they were crawling back in there. They were actually about to make the comeback here.
Yeah, so Team Spare Parts is able to restore that 2 to 3k gold lead that they had earlier.
Yep. I apologize, my throat's a little dry.
No problem. Yeah, so yikes. If you're Mundolicious here, I think one thing that you're gonna want to take away from this game is the right call is the call that everyone follows. So Cyan was perfectly capable of soloing out that Herald, no problem. So maybe if you want to try to, you know, really reach, you maybe send Zach down to the Drake to help out with that. But really what you should be doing when you're behind is grouping as 5 as much as possible, you know. Turning the side lanes around and then rushing to whatever objective you want to focus at the time. Checking in on items, we do have an Essence Reaver complete on the MF. Looks like Lucian's going to be going for the Essence Reaver as well. Luden's Echo complete on both the mid laners, and what looks like a Morello coming in next for the Syndra.
Oh, the Jarvan does get up onto the Janna. The Janna doesn't have the splash available, so she is just going to have to hold it on for dear life. They do take down Monte Carlo method. Now Ryu is going to be taken down from the Lucian, but he will have his passive. So now they're going to try to make sure that he lives through the passive. Syndra barely doesn't clip the Talia, but now the Trundle is going to try to get onto them 4v1. Doesn't get onto any of them and will end up using that teleport for nothing.
Yikes. Yeah, the team was out there. I don't know if AMO really should have TP'd there. I think he's much better off just side laning into the Scion at that point. You know, the fight's over. Really big ults there coming out of Mundolicious though. I mean, between Let's Bounce from the Zac and the bullet time, they were really able to shred a lot of that backline on the side of Team Spare Parts. Zeke's Convergence complete for the Braum, and Ardent Sensor for the Janna. Relonomicon is completed for the Syndra, and we got a Bramble and Sunfire Cape completed on the Scion. To the Bork and Tiamat, and Spectral's Cowl on the Trundle. So starting to hit some item power spikes here on both sides. Cinderhulk is complete for the Zac.
Yeah, it's only a 1.5 gold lead for Team Spare Parts, so good on them to keep this, even this entire series competitive.
Yeah, and if you look at really where the gold deficit is, it's the Trundle to the Scion, and you definitely take that if you're Mundolicious here, because Scion is a champion that does not need a lot of gold to be super effective in a game. So he's going to be doing just fine with the items that he has now. He's going to have no problem matching the Trundle in the side lane. And he'll be plenty beefy in these team fights. Monty, on the other hand, is not going to be plenty beefy in these team fights. So he's got to get in, burst somebody, and then look to get out as soon as possible, or he's going to be one shot. Ooh, Zixu might be caught here. Feeling safe because the Scion's here. Ooh, Zac comes in. Oh no. Messy team fight. You know, if you're... Oh, the fight's still going. Oh, Scion's caught. Oof. Tana gets assassinated by Monty. Scion looking to trade back if he can, but I don't know if he's going to catch this Lucian. Oh, the heal is burned. Otherwise, he probably would have had him. Yeah, so really what that team fight boiled down to is the Misfortune trying to duel the Lucian, which on even gold you probably can't do that as MF, but if you look at where the Lucian was at, he probably still had about 1,000 gold. Oh my gosh, that's already Soul. I didn't even realize that Team Spare Parts was on Soul Point there. Really unfortunate for Mundolicious there that the team fight went south so quickly for them. You know, they're just not on the same page really there. You know, you had MF approaching from mid lane where you had the rest of the team approaching from bot lane, and did not go their way.
Yeah, so now we're going to be looking to see what they can do in retaliation to this. Like they have been winning these team fights when it's on their terms.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking to just go for it on this Baron, but they are seen by this ward just outside of the pit.
Yeah.
They don't know that they're still being seen by this, so they are going to be collapsing. Turtle does not have teleport, so it'll be all up to Jarvan whether or not he can actually make it. But Zac is not even in the pit, and is
wow.
going to culling the Misfortune and the Syndra pretty low. Now they're going to have to reset. Trundle is going to be getting this bot lane tower for free, I think. Sion is going to teleport for it.
Trying to stop it. Yeah, if you're team share parts here, I feel like you do the Baron dance. You match their Baron dance here.
Yeah,
they are going to be able
with,
to trade the mid turret though.
Yeah, especially with Sion now having used his teleport. He did actually pick up the Bramble Vest, so now he'll be able to, you know, maybe kind of duel this Trundle, but
Yeah.
it's still really Trundle favored.
Yeah,
Just because of the
definitely.
Bork and his own
Conqueror.
R. Conqueror, his R. He's used his R there.
Yeah.
He is beating up on the Sion. The Sion is going to get hit up by the
so
pillar, but will be going very low.
Yeah,
It has to be careful of the flash Q, but Trundle does not have flash, so it's okay for now.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, look at this stacking. Really playing with Fog of War.
Oh, they do actually pick up. Oh, but the Misfortune does try to flash over to get the Talia. Does not pick her up just yet. Janna, it flashed over just to get a little bit more speed boost in.
Wow. So I don't know. I have no clue how to pronounce this name on the MF, but both games on the Ezreal and on the MF. Oh, Lucian's caught.
Oh, Lucian's caught out and does go down to MF. The retaliation.
But yeah, both games, a lot of aggression coming out of this ADC on the side of Mundolicious. You know, he arcane shifted into the Warwick last game in the early, and now he's flashing into the Talia this game. No fear coming out of the ADC of Mundolicious.
My man. Now Janna's taking a couple of extra tower shots she probably doesn't need.
Yeah.
Will be having to run away before somebody teleports in like a Trundle again. Red turret destroyed. Oh, the mid lane turret was destroyed just now. Okay.
Oh yeah, they did end up getting that that mid inner. So towers are now equalized 3-3. The gold lead is about 2k in favor of Team Spare Parts. But they do have the Dragon Soul, so that gold lead is a little deceptive. Probably more like 4 or 5k in favor of Team Spare Parts.
But they are still finding these picks just kind of out there.
Absolutely, yeah. Mundolicious, ever the scrappy team. They're wise to the warding shenanigans of Team Spare Parts now, though, so Janna does clear out that really cheeky ward on the Baron there. You know, great work by Team Spare Parts here to really play with Fog of War and Vision. It's really cool to see that on some of these teams. Checking in on items, we got a Rylai's complete for the Talia here. Essence Reaver Bork on the Lucian. Infinity Edge complete for the MF, so she's going to start doing some really strong DPS here.
Yeah, we do have a lot of, well, not a lot. We are seeing, actually no, we are seeing quite a bit healing reduction from Both sides, we do have the Ignite for the Braum, the Executioners for the Lucian,
Yep.
Bramble for Scion, Morellos for Syndra.
Hmm.
It's we're getting there. We
Oh
don't
yeah.
want to see these Warmog like champions healing for all
Conqueror.
of Conqueror. Yeah, we don't need to see that. Oh, Syndra is going to. Oh, but she doesn't get it off for the R, as that is unstoppable from the Jarvan. He will be able to collapse and take out the Syndra. Scion does actually end up canceling the Trundle's teleport. So with that, that'll be a mistimed matchup. And look at that healing. That's not fair. With Spirit Visage, you just heal for all your health. And it looks like he's going to be going for Titanic next. So yeah, Scion, when that R is up, you don't fight him. You don't win.
No, not at all. I don't know if AMO was like not standing in the bush or what, or maybe if Hyars just knew that he was in there.
I think he
trying to
knew
cast
that he
a
was
TP.
there.
Okay.
Oh no. Amo, you went
Yeah.
too far, my dude.
Taking quite a bit of tower shots there.
Does
Yeah.
still have his flash to get away if needed, so will be able to walk away from this one.
Team Sir Parts looking for their team fight here to clutch out this Elder Drake, but Mundolicious is not going to let him have it. They're definitely gonna fight here. Oh, bullet time!
And we do get the bullet time off onto the Jarvan, and that is huge with Elder Drake having been spawned just now.
Wow.
Trundle
Yeah,
does not have his ultimate for another 15 or 20 seconds.
Talia trying to zone
Scion
here.
is trying to do as much damage as he can, will get hit up by everybody. The Scion is going to use his Q one last time, and Misfortune does take down the Trundle. The Trundle did go down. Now Talia did respond by taking out the Janna, so she didn't get enough of her ultimate off. Scion is still taking a lot of damage from the Lucian with that Bork. And with that, that'll be a 2-for-1 currently favoring Mundolicious.
Yeah, Mundolicious is
Scion
just.
is backing on the pink board, and he doesn't even know it.
No.
And down he goes. He has no magic resist.
Yeah, really greedy backing there for Hyars does cost him, and likely will cost his team the Elder Drake here. You know, they were limping away as it was. There's really no contest
wait,
here.
Rom, you're a little a ways there, bud.
Yeah,
So
Scramble's
with
good.
that's one free death. Trundle will be up, but he doesn't have teleport, so he'll have to walk. Janna is also up. She doesn't have her ultimate just yet. So this is going to come down to a smite fight between the Zac and the Jarvan. Jarvan has a little bit more damage, not in terms of the smite range, but does have a little bit more damage. Misfortune's just going to walk up and take it, but Jarvan does go in. He didn't have this. He didn't have smite available yet, and with that, that may just be the end of Mundolicious this game.
Wow, that's two really big steals from Monty in this series. You know, he stole the Baron, I believe it was last game, and now he steals the Elder Drake. Really, really clean smite on Monte Carlo here. He's got the fastest smite in the West here. Wow, 777 on the Jarvan, 300 gold, 300 gold bounty, Black Cleaver complete on him. So yeah, he's definitely got the Bruiser build in full swing here. Let's see, Rylai's into Banshee's Veil for the Talia, so looking to slow down some of that Cinder Burst. Mortal Reminder complete for the Lucian to the Rapid Fire Cannon finish on the MF, and AMO may be caught here.
Yeah, they don't really want to keep chasing him that hard, but
Oh.
Aww. And there's the flash from Amo, but does get away from 4.
Warmog is complete on the Zac with a Spirit Visage. He's got 3k HP, so he is getting the passive. Ammo's caught, maybe again? Oh.
Call an ambulance. But not for me.
Oh,
He's
the
trying to
slow.
walk away. Oh wait, maybe for me, help!
Team AMO's just being the distraction for us here. It looks like because Team Spare Parts, they're gonna close out or knock out the Baron here.
Yeah, the Talia did wall off and make sure nobody could get anywhere near them. Brahma's kind of a little bit behind, but he will be able to escape with those Swifties, getting him out of dodge.
Yeah, he's zooming there, no problem whatsoever.
Syndra is on the hunt for them.
Oh boy.
Oh no, she's going down and down goes Syndra with the Elder Bird.
Yeah.
Down goes Zac. Now they gotta run away, but Jarvan
Wow.
is going to stopwatch
Stopwatch.
from his Guardian Angel that he is trying to build.
Clean play coming out of Monte Carlo here. Really walking on the nice edge. GA complete for the Jarvan. So in these Jarvan versus Syndra duels, it's really come down to who can get their burst out and CC out first. And the last 2 times, I believe it's been Jarvan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you can use whatever crowd control you want when he's still doing the flag and drag, but he can time his R at any point in that. And during the entire R animation, he is unstoppable.
Yeah.
He is targetable, but he is unstoppable, so crowd control will not affect him during that time.
Insane play out of Monte Carlo here. Deathcap coming in next for the Syndra. She's about 1,000 gold short, I believe. Talia looking for another wall here.
Sion does try to stop everybody, making sure that his team's... Oh god, that was bad. Misfortune does get a nice full time off. The Jarvan's GA will be procced and take him down. Now the Jarvan is going to be trying to survive. Will not. Now the Misfortune needs to run away. She does have her flash available. Syndra does take down the Lucian, but will go down to the Talia. And now Misfortune is the only damaging threat that remains, with Talia looking to take him down. And will take down the Janna. Now it's just Misfortune alone. Trundle is trying to take him down. And does flash away and does outplay the Amo.
Wow. So the end result is a 4 for 3 in favor of Team Spare Parts, and Team Spare Parts with the Baron is gonna be able to easily claim this inhibitor. They gotta go quick though. Sion's spawning here in 3 seconds. Oof.
Yeah, Misfortune can't really walk into Talia because, you know, she does a lot of damage, especially with that Dark Harvest.
Yeah, looks like this inhib may end up going down because that cannon's still targeting it.
Oh no, she dropped the Baron empowerment, so she will be able to save this mid lane by just standing right in front of the wave. It will slowly regenerate, but it'll take a long time for it to happen.
Yeah. Alright, so Baron buff is gone, Elder's gone. Alright, so now if you're Mundolicious here, you're looking for your team fight here. With the Elder Drake, you really want to do everything you can to avoid team fighting a team that has Elder Drake. In that case...
I don't remember, does Elder increase even further with a second Elder being taken? I don't remember.
You know, there is something about the later Elders, but I don't quite remember. Maybe it has a higher execute threshold or something like that? I'm not sure.
No, the threshold stays the same. Let me check with the interwebs.
There you go. Well, while you do that, I will do an item checkup. So it looks like the death cap is complete for the Syndra, so she's almost reached her final form. Void Staff complete on the Talia, so she's going to be absolutely bursty. Let's see. Titanic is complete. Oh! Janna
Will be taking down the Janna. The Janna does not even get enough healing of... Oh, nice knock-up combo! Sion trying to body block 4, but will be going down. So will the Syndra to the Talia, and will be going down. 3 for 0. It looks like Team Spare Parts is going to look to clean this up after taking this Elder.
Yeah, 10k gold lead again for...
oh no, they're just going straight through the base.
Favorite Team Spare Parts. That Infernal Soul really coming in clutch here for the for these team fights. Be interesting to see how much Infernal proc damage they had this game. You know, it's not a stat that they report on, but they're doing a good job of stacking those up.
So I checked the stats. It's not. It doesn't increase at all.
Oh, okay.
It was the previous Drake that used to do that, where the second Drake was stronger.
Got it. Yeah, Mundolicious not taking this one lying down, doing everything they can to fight it out here, but
They do have 3 up, and the Syndra will be looking to take down the Talia. Talia does go down. Syndra was trying to save her ultimate, but ended up having to burn it. Scion going in way too deep, has to escape, but now Trundle is going to have to escape, and he isn't able to either. With that, they are going to push him out of the base for now.
yeah, not a lot of armor on this Scion. You know, he's got a good amount of HP, but yeah, Lucian's just going to absolutely shred him with this Bork Mortal Reminder build. So Scion's got to be careful with those engages, making sure to either hit the Lucian or get out as soon as possible. Really good stat line here for scrambles on the Braum. 0-1 and 20. Seeming really comfortable.
Yeah,
on
they
the
are
pick.
looking to try to take this Elder. Jarvan is alive. He does have Smite. Sack is alive, has Smite. Trundle will have teleport up and available when he gets there, but they do have to be careful. Talia is alive as well.
Yeah. Oh, team fight breaks out.
Big team fight breaks out. So, Lucian will be taking out the Syndra. Will not be able to retaliate. Now the Scion is taking a beating, and so is Lucian in the back line. Trundle is trying to keep the Zac away from his team, but now the Talia is retaliating and doing a bunch of damage. But now Janna is going to use her ultimate to try to keep everybody healthy as well. Lucian, with what 100 HP he has left. Now it's currently all on Trundle and Talia because the Lucian has no health and neither did the Braum. The Braum had to back. So did the Lucian. The Jarvan is going to have to hoof it back in here. Scion is trying to back, but he isn't able to, and now they're losing their base and the Elder for this one.
Yeah, split decisions there from Mundolicious. You can tell that Ryu really wanted to do the Drake, but looks like the team is screaming to get back in the base.
Yeah, the Scion is going to have to defend this base somehow while the rest of the team tries to manage a steal from this Elder. He is going down. He is down 1,000 health. 2,000 health is going down, and down goes the steal potential for Mundolicious.
Yikes. Yeah, Team Parts should be able to claim this Elder Drake no problem, and they can look to either rotate up to the Baron or continue to apply pressure on the base of Mundolicious. Their Nexus is exposed. They might just be going for the Nexus. They got the power of the Elder Drake, so it's going to be really hard for Mundolicious here to contest, especially with the 10k gold deficit. Oh. Yeah, Syndra gets...
There goes the Elder Drake doing its job. Nice crit on Talia, but too little too late, I'm afraid. Yeah. It's a lot of damage. Lucian doesn't get the double tap on Misfortune, but the Trundle will ult Scion.
Oh, wow.
Misfortune's ultimate does get cancelled. Scion is obliterated. And down goes Misfortune, down goes Scion. Zac's trying to look for something, anything, but he has no damage. His team has no damage, and down goes Mundolicious. Team Spare Parts wins game 2 of the set.
Yeah, clean 2-0 for Team Spare Parts there. Really establishing early gold leads and just snowballing off of them. Lucian finished out 12-4 and 16, so you know, really well played by the bot lane of Team Spare Parts here. Yeah, another scrappy 40-minute game out of Mundolicious though. So
yeah, good job to them. Do need to clean up some of their team fighting and or acknowledging, even though you are ahead, maybe the not suicidal plays are the optimal plays.
yeah, and another note on that though is shot calling out of Mundolicious. You know, they seem to have a lot of times where they got like split decisions, and those split decisions have seemed to cost them quite a bit.
Agreed. Alright, with that being said, that will be the end of this set 4, Mundolicious versus Team Spare Parts. We will be looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs come probably June, I would say. So we're going into week 4 now, or
Yeah.
we're finishing week 4. Are we? Yeah, we're
Yeah.
finishing week 4 now. So playoffs will be in June. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody in playoffs. Have a good day, everybody.